All right, if you're watching this, we're gonna do some. We're gonna talk about cells and phones, towers, and your blood. And instead of reading anything, we're just gonna see what comes out. And remember, last month I had 7 years. If you know my story, I was in all their detoxes, rehabs, hospitals, ER rooms, psych wards, and everything. And not once are you ever taught about how important it is to put back into the body what it's made of. And it's called minerals, which are cell salts. You're made of cells. That's who the world sees. Christians still see that guy right there because I'm not on TV and I don't wear a suit and tie. And I didn't go to the fake universities and get the fake pieces of paper. You say that, Matt? That means I can preach. Why can't I? Why can't I allow God come through me that an army helped bring out and for you to listen? But see, your whole existence, I'm going to show how you've been an antenna your whole life. And it's not your fault. So, with that being said, if you can get that image of me out of your head, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this, okay? You've got 3 million cells in 1 drop of blood in your body. You have 3 million cells in 1 droplet of blood. Do you even know that you're made of cells? No, you don't. You have no idea what you are. All you know how to do is let's just call the doctor. These are experts, because why? Because they're on this. Yeah, I know. That's another thing that's not real. So what we have to do is we're going to do this. Let's see. Well, we've already got the power lines, but we've got these little things everywhere. I don't know how they are, but we're just going to say this is a cell tower. Just by what we're looking at alone, we've got 2 words that are the same. And the blood is what? The blood, mag is going to stand for magnetic, and elect is magnetic and electric. That's what the blood is. The blood is magnetic and electric, okay? You have 3 million cells in 1 drop of blood. So in 1 drop of blood, these cells are magnetic and electric. And we've got a cell tower here on Earth. We've got a cell tower, and look, we've got little people, look. Hey, 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 hey. And look, they've each got a phone right here. What do they have? A cell phone. There's that word again. Cell. What makes those phones run? I wonder. Well, it's going to be this. Okay? And now we've got a building over here. And it's going to have there's a building, and it's going to have what? It's going to have Wi-Fi in there. Wi-Fi. And that shit right there is going to be what? It's going to be running off of the towers. Okay? So now that we've got that part, okay, now we've got to look at this. Here's another one. Okay? This is Earth down here. Okay? This is me and you without phones and without all that other shit. And you're going to have the sun here. And we're going to put blue for the moon. Okay? And women, you've got a menstrual cycle, because it comes from that. Okay, and then what we have in the brain What we have in the brain is the pineal and the pituitary. Electric, magnetic. Okay? And how do these phones and stuff and towers run? Off of electromagnetic energy. That's electromagnetic energy. So how do we run? Well, off of electromagnetic energy. And if we've got the sun right here and the moon right here, positive and negative, and depending on how far you are awoke, if you're watching this, I know a lot of y'all will say, well, the moon's electric and the sun's magnetic. Well, but I'm looking at this from the anatomy. We can look at this from different ways. Because they say, like, in China or Japan, this was male and this was female. And a lot of this is male and this is female. But this is the pineal because it produces in your brain a gold-like substance. This is magnetic because it produces a white-like substance. Magnetic, electric, okay? The same way that, and this right here too, this is what man did. And see, these pills, the pills are not magnetic and electric. Pills are not. And the only way that this works is this. Geo. And real quick, if you're watching the news, which I'm sure you are, in Chicago, they're talking about, I don't know what it is, I hadn't looked into it. Children's talking about a walkout. And somebody was telling me that they're going to start doing, the children's going to start requesting that everybody's got to wear a mask. Well, that's coming from adults. Adults that know all this. Okay? I'm showing you how you are disconnected. That's my whole point. Okay? If we have trillions of cells in us, that's with a T, trillions, in our blood, in our brain fluid, then what does that mean? I know you're not that dumb. What does that mean? That means that we need to have more what? That means we need to have more cell salts running through us. Because if we look at Matthew 5:13, he says, ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt, which is you, right here, have lost its savor, which is substance, wherewith it shall be salted. Well, you've lost your whole ability to think because the brain now, see, all these frequencies, towers and all this is running through your brain. And your cells are dormant. Remember, here's the dormant. There's that mind word. Firmament. Firmament. There's that mind word. Atonement. Because that means at one mind. Mind. You've got one mind and it's godly. Now, in here in this realm, TV world, now you you don't have atonement. You don't even have shit. You don't even, all these brain cells in your brain and your blood, they're dormant. Okay? You have to create a way out of being a slave. And we're not going to do it because your birth certificate says commerce, which means your livestock. You know, government. Govern means control. Ment means mind, mind, mind. And that should make sense. And the reason why everybody's brain cells are dormant, it's because they don't know that they run. Okay? This is your battery in the car. Positive, negative. Okay? And just like anything, it's got two cables coming out. And what does it do? It goes and runs the whole vehicle. Well, this is the pineal and pituitary in your brain. The same way they come down and cross the medulla oblongata right here, it goes down your spinal cord, which is the River Jordan. The Dead Sea is down here. Remember, the anatomy is scripture as well, and all the false prophets know that. They know you're disconnected, and it's MC's job now to put his foot down and say, who's going to die with me? Who's willing to die and be a fucking martyr? Nobody. Because they're going, nope, 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 nope. And this is your life. This has been you. You have been in a system of shit your whole life. That's it. And this is what runs us. You can see it. It's right there. Think about it, the power y'all have in this world. Hey, come out here and stand with me and look up. No, you're crazy. We go to the biggest church and we've got a globe out front. That's what one of y'all told me. And I said, those are fucking Jesuits. They hate Jesus. They wear suits and ties and costumes. Would Jesus wear a suit and a tie and a mask and a shot and all that? No, he wouldn't. Y'all have all been brainwashed generationally. You were born in a hospital with no magnetism or electricity around, no natural shit whatsoever. Born inside, breathing in nothing. The lungs, the first breath is fire to your lungs, and it knocks the whole system. You don't know that, though, because you've been going to the women doctors who think that they're doing humanity good. See, those are slave controllers, the people who help you have babies. Okay, why don't you women know how to have a baby on your own? Why would you take up for not knowing how to have a baby? Because it's not your fault. Slaves in the old days had to go to their structures because the babies had to be healthy. They're going to produce a lot of money and they're going to work for these Vatican families who own that corporation. It's just like now, you take your child to these structures and they shoot them up with shots and now they're sick for life. So if they're going to be raised to be a slave their whole life, then that's all they're going to know. If you're going to be raised, born in a hospital with pills and TV and cell towers, cell phones, and now your blood's corrupt, then what are they going to be? A loyal follower. They're an antenna. Okay? And when you tie in cell phone and cell tower and tie in that you have trillions of cells in you, what do you think those waves right here, invisible, are doing to the anatomy? Look, astronomy. There's the same. It's because it's us. You've been given Disney and fucking sports, which is the slave trade. That's all it is. If they're already man, we're doing it too. Won't you read for a change? You can't, because these frequencies have fucking paralyzed your brain. That's why most of y'all watching this, if you've made it this far, these people are not coming out. They've done turned it off. And they're wrong. They're atheists. They're Satanists. They're disgusting little demons. And they are. And they've been created through all this. You've never even known that your body, the brain is the motor. Okay? The cerebrum is the motor. The cerebellum is the transmission. This is the house in Scripture. The dew it talks about, this is the mountain too. The dew up here in the claustrum, it's the gray pia matter. And it comes out of the cloister, which is a closet in your house, in the attic, because you got a cellar brain, cerebellum, transmission, yeah. Cellar implying what? Implying cell salts. Cellar, right here. And what you don't know is that this is connected to the sun and the moon the same way that the cable batteries are connected to the terminals. These are your terminals in your head. You've got the optic thalamus and then pineal and pituitary. And they all work together. Okay? And now Satan has went into the temple, the mountain where the dew is, because LeBron James sells Mountain Dew. Well, that Mountain Dew destroys every cell in you that you have left. Because the body's awesome. I mean, if some of y'all that are so overweight and stuff, that's the only thing. It's like, this is what created obesity, all this. This, TV, get inside, cell phones, and then they go to work on your cell salts because from day one in school, you never learned about them. You learn how to sell chocolate, which kills the cell salts. Yeah, you learn how to eat like shit because that's all they serve you in the 12 grades. And there's 12 cell salts. Think about if we learned a cell salt every year through the 12 grades, then this industry right here would not be around. Y'all fake ass heroes, you wouldn't have a career because you've got, look, And I love you. But you've got people in the hospital. Listen, you're 50, 100 pounds, 200 pounds overweight. You're taking antidepressants, so that means you've got suicidal thoughts. You know, you might have beginning stages of diabetes. You're on all kinds of medication, and you're in there administering this shit saying it saves lives. Who's going to save your life? Nobody. I ain't. People around me. We're going to try to get you out of what you're in, because the more you pump into people, the more you kill the cell salts. The more they come out of this. We're full-blown in Satan's world now. All pastors of these big churches, black, white, they're all Satan. Okay? They're all Satan. It's okay for y'all's pastors to fuck women in the congregation, ain't it? And for y'all to forgive them, but you can't look at me for who I am now in the eyes of Christ? Fuck's wrong with y'all? That means you don't have Jesus. That's humiliation rituals that they do. Yeah, for their career. Yeah, what do you do? Oh, I'm a pastor, so that's a career? I didn't know that. I didn't know that it says in the Bible to go to their structures and get pieces of paper, and now you can make money, because the money's this. The money's your blood. That's what it is, and when your blood's bankrupt, then it's easy to sell the shit that they're doing, especially when you tie in obesity and all the food addiction, tobacco, alcohol addiction, lottery, gambling addiction, shopping addiction. The same people who took this is Satan. He looked at us and said, I can do that. Every machine that you have playing with and driving comes from you. Satan did that. And y'all's minds is, God, we're flying through space, yeah. That's not real. You cannot exist with your fucking fake model. That is the battery. You've got dormant brain cells. And the only way to ignite those brain cells and the cells in your blood is to start taking the cell salts, eating foods that are electric and magnetic. Okay? Exercise and start reading. Okay? Most of y'all, you sit there all fucking day long. You're overweight. You take anywhere from 5 to 20 pills every day. You never read. You never fucking exercise. Nothing. And you never drink water. You always drink sodas or some kind of other colorful shit. You've got diabetes or beginning stages. You think shit's hereditary when it's not. Generationally, if your little bitty brain could think how they've done this generationally, and they get up there, obese, yeah, it's just a health problem. How can you not see every commercial that you watch is Taco Bell and pizza and pills and antidepressants and sodas and beer and fucking everything that kills us? That's what you take up for against me. You need to think about that. Every other commercial, space, ad, space. Remember, most of y'all's churches say there's space, so you're going to hell with the fucking false prophet. And the ones, the smaller churches, you just don't know, because you've been going off. You were born into this system. And it's not your fault. So what we have is vehicles, us, batteries. You know, this is the switchboard. And the switchboard, you've got a main switchboard, control box down here in my house that controls the whole house. The brain is the switchboard that controls the whole body, the whole vessel, vehicle, the whole house. Your blood is literally magnetic and electric. And the more pills that you pump in, the more it destroys your blood and your mind. And the more you consume the shit foods every fucking day, the more you're going to be sick. Those of y'all, the reason why you're sick is because you do it to yourself. You know, but we need to get these kids together. And here's another one too. If they're going to start some fuck shit with our children, then we're going to start one too. Then they're going to start teaching the 12 cell salts of the 12 systems of the body. And they're going to teach the geocentric model and why we don't use it. Why don't we use it? Why do we have a Gregorian calendar? Why is it the Roman Empire and all these popes have created everything that you're in? Black folks, you don't have any fucking pioneers. And you don't. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all of them was fucking controlled, and they murdered them. Used them, murdered them. And the same thing with white folks. You know, so you should, why would you be against teaching why that geocentric is wrong? Why? You've never been taught anything else other than heliocentric. So then that means you're a Nazi. That means you only want to be one-sided. The only fair fucking way is they've got to teach geocentric and show us why we don't use it with lasers, infrared, and every fucking thing. That would be some shit. But you won't do it because you've been in this fucking world your whole life, which is atheism and Satanism. You've been inside. Why can't you get behind me and say, we're going to start teaching the 12 cell salts? Matt has working on 8 fucking years. We should listen to him. Instead, I get treated like I don't exist because the people have been in Satan's world. This is God's world, flat. This is Satan's world, fantasy fucking land. Poisons and everything else. And they glorify sodas. If you can go back and watch the commercials in the fucking 30s and 40s and 50s, in the ads, kids drink 7-Up. It's good for you. They're creating the diabetes generations ago. So when that seed, or when that individual they conceive and have a baby, then that baby is going to be fucking genetically deficient already. So it will have pre-existing conditions based off of generational poisoning. And that's the only way they can come in, eradicate the cell salts, eradicate the alkaline water. Most of y'all don't even know that water comes from the fucking ground. The best water you can ever drink. No, Matt, you drink bottled water out of plastic when it could be made out of hemp. You wipe your ass with fucking toilet paper that they make billions of dollars off of us with when we could all grow our hemp. Get behind me as governor. We'll grow the hemp this year. How much you grow is how much toilet paper you're going to get. How many paper supplies, how many paper plates. We're going to make them all out of hemp. And I'm sure everybody will be growing that shit. The city workers will be there'll be thousands of them because we'll have a processing plant. You'll never have to pay for toilet paper, cups, plates, paper that you fucking print with, anything ever again. Socks, shirts, underwear, you'll never pay for it. What you grow is what you get. That's right. So what do you do now? You get fucking government hand-me-out checks and you go buy the toilet paper, buy the water with the plastic bottles. The plastic particles goes into you and fucks you up. Same way with the aluminum cans. Aluminum. Now we're getting somewhere. All right. So if we're electric and magnetic, now we've got aluminum and we've got these. And the thermometer and the syringe all comes from your spinal cord right here. Yeah, it's funny they don't tell you that shit either. And what they do, there's mercury, natural mercury right here. Not anymore, and iron's in the blood. Not anymore, because you know what they cut this with? With this, man-made. And it's metals. It's what it is. So what they've done is most of you live such a pathetic life, and it's not your fault. Poisoned yourself and everything, and you're being safe, but you're not. You're going and getting more of that shit pumped in you. That's not natural. Now it's running through your blood. Now the iron's gone that connects to this because it's magnetic. Now the iron in you and your blood is more electric. And now the electric blood, guess what it does? It goes along with the cell towers because it's aluminum. Now you're a walking antenna, baby. Man, crazy. You want to come out here and look? No, don't. You are a robot. Okay, the food. This is all a lie. Every fucking thing that you see. The food that you eat, the corn syrup. Do you know what they cut it with? And to preserve it? Yeah, you guessed it. Mercury. So pretty much everything that you consume in this society, the Taco Bells, the pizza, and all that other shit, pills and all that, corn syrup, not the pills, but the foods. Corn syrup is what they put it in everything. It's even in the salt. Sugar is. It's because the reason your diabetes is getting worse is because of this right here. And you consume the shit with the mercury in it. And you get the shots. Now you're all mercury running around and that false prophet saying, let's look out for others. Let's do it. And I know some of y'all have been like, Matt, we were on a field trip and all of them broke out with it. Yeah, because they're in on it. Your church is Satan. To sell this shit, they know they've got all you dumbass mommies out there. I'm taking my child to a church school, Satan. And so when y'all all get bunched up, guess what? Then they can fucking get them all positive, and then the news sells it. And I can tell you this, the name of that church is that. You know the letters, gematria. Put that shit together. People die in these fucking churches. And they sell it. They sell that shit. They sell it. No, man, it's real. You're coming out of your program. You're starting to come out. Should make sense. You got Mercury rising. Isn't that a fucking movie? Yeah, no, it's a planet, man. It's in you. And behind these in the firmament's going to be Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, the moon, or Jupiter, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Mercury is going to be behind them. And then the firmament. And all that shit every day going over your head is coming down. And you're supposed to know that. You're supposed to be looking at these like long distance, sunrise, paying attention to the moon cycle. Every leap year, it's because every month, time rolls over every month, and every 3 years there's another moon, another month, leap year. So, and it's easy. And the moon goes through a phase every 7 days, waxing and waning. It's the same shit. And then a new moon, it's invisible. It's like, where the fuck is it? Even when it's like this, if you get your little Nikon camera, you can zoom in most of the time and you'll see a star right there. And it's like, how's a star where the moon's supposed to be? No, that's just, yeah, programming's coming out of it. It's because it's magic. Magic, the Magi was who we have. And then what the fuck did Satan do? He created real black magic and sorcery. Okay? That's ours. This is Satan, because that's what this is. Your blood and all that shit is so big that you don't even know. Okay, so now instead of us being led around by God and our natural magnetic and electric field that we're connected to and how these make us run, gone, Disney, dick, vagina, trans, man, straight, orgies, oh god damn it, Matt, you're stupid. You see this? You have been controlled by your blood from day fucking one. And that's why most of y'all will not inherit heaven. Now, I'll say it again, you're not going to inherit heaven. You can do it here on earth. You know, and look, heaven, we've got Eve in there. And heaved up. And look, I do get a little excited, but I care about you. I'm tired of people, the stupid people running around going, yeah, he's just a fucking stupid idiot. And it's like, have you listened? No, I'm not listening. The TV runs me. I've showed you are a robot. You don't even know it. You're already a cyborg with your fucking cell phone that you don't even know you have cells in you now. And the more it's next to you, the more it kills your cells and gives you cancer, combined with the foods that are not electric and magnetic and that have mercury in them, man-made, gives you autism, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and everything. All of it. You are not real. You know, and I hate to be a dick, but the pastors know this. In the beginning of the Bible, it says Mount Peniel. And that's the pineal gland. Because it's not just the story, what you think too. It's also your anatomy. And me and some people are like, do you realize how crazy God really is as far as putting it all together? And there's so many different, and they all fit. Because you tie the zodiac into the scripture too, because it's always talking about it. And then what does Satan do? He controls the TVs, the churches, the newspapers, the magazines, gives you poisons, and then gets out there and says, don't look up. Don't look at the sun. But the more you look at the sun, the more it's going to unlock natural melatonin in your pineal gland. But what do? You go pay money for it when it's free. That's why people can't understand. It's like, I'm always looking up. I'm getting those sun rays that's charging my fucking brain. You're getting pills that's making you dumber. I'm drinking beer. Alcohol kills the alkaline. Alkaline comes from this word. Is it alga something? But that's algae. In spring wells, a lot of times, or in springs, you'll have algae around. That algae is what's going to create more of nutrients in that water. Okay? And alkaline. Remember, Cali is the Cali phos. That's your brain fluid. Yeah. That's the brain fluid, potassium phosphate. And we drink alcohol that kills it all, and everything else. You know, and I love you. I know I've said it over and over, but look, I say things because in recovery you go to meetings and shit. In order to get better, you've got to have people fucking set you straight, and you don't want to hear it. But in order to get better, you've got to hear shit you don't want to hear. Okay? You don't want to hear that your whole life's been a lie, but it has. The house you live in is your brain. Cloister, attic, cellar, all of it's in there. This is the mountain, this is the Most High, this is the temple of God, and it's within, and it's the Bible's real. Although those pastors don't tell you that. Their job is to go out there and to fuck you up because you've been in that your whole life. Okay? It's lies. Everything that y'all are in, you're witnessing a corporate takeover of the world of Satan. And y'all are welcoming the shit in. You cover your mouth, you shut the vehicle down. You do. Women have died, old people and men. Driving, have cut the carbon off coming out and have died. Do you see that on the news? No. So if one dies, then we need to cut it all out. But no, man. Remember, y'all have fed off of fear and went and got shit shot in you. There ain't nothing but Satan, baby. Matt Child's on fire! Love you.